Hi, good evening everybody. Welcome to Blue and Gold Talk. Long time since I did a video, I know it. And for those of you wondering, just working and avoiding the season, guys. I'm avoiding the season at all costs. And that sweep by Montreal, I'm just gonna get into the games real quick this week. The 2 losses to Montreal, that's it for me. That's it for me. There's only so much I can tolerate. And this year couldn't end soon enough. But the reason for this video for me tonight, guys, is I want to talk about the trade deadline, and this is where we can really botch up our future, okay? We can really botch things up right about now. We can screw things up even worse if we do panic moves right now. I mean, this year is done. It's really done, and I'm not one to say that when there's mathematical chance, but guys, unless we win like 15 out of the next 17 games, nothing's happening. And this team shows no signs of waking up. So, you know, they got a little hot there for a while, and, you know, it is what it is. They you know, got in a bit of, what did they win, 6 out of 7 or something? I don't even know. I didn't care. I didn't care, really. This is one of those I don't care seasons, and I don't run into them very often, but that's where I'm at with the team this year. What I want to do in this video, okay, I want to talk to you guys straight out before we go into the deadline on players I think we should not move under any conditions, okay? This is just what I feel that are Stanley Cup pieces on this team. That's what this video is going to be about, I think, who I believe are Stanley Cup pieces, and we get the right GM, because Adams has to go. He failed us this year big time. He's got to go. Like, I can't look at him no more, and when that happens, guys, it means I'm done. It just means I'm done. I've lost trust, you know? He's got to go. We got to bring in a GM that's going to be aggressive and get things done. So, now, what I'll do is I'll start with the forwards, and I'll work my way down, and then defensemen and goalies, and we'll talk about it, okay? Tage Thompson showed up this year. Even if he didn't, we know what he's capable of when he's on and he's healthy. Tage stays. We don't trade Tage no matter what. Dylan Cousins, controversial all year about getting rid of him, moving him. In my books, we don't trade Dylan Cousins no matter what. Okay, his market value is going to be low, and if we trade him, I guarantee, guys, guarantee it will come back to haunt us. We will all be saying, oh my God, why did we trade this guy? That's what'll happen with Dylan Cousins. That's going to be a consistent 30-goal man to 40-goal man, I believe. He's got a mean streak. He's strong. He's physical. You keep him. You keep a guy like that. You just do. Jason Zucker, that's up in the air, guys. He's unrestricted. So, you know, if we can't get a deal done, he's 33 though. But if we can't get a deal done, then, you know, we got to move him, I believe. I'd be on the phone with him tonight, actually, talking to him if I'm Kevin Adams. So, Alex Tuch, you don't trade. You don't trade. The guy's big, strong, not physical enough, but strong. And Alex Tuch loves being a Sabre. You keep him. Okay? He's local. You keep him. His heart bleeds blue, this guy. You keep him. And you got a guy there that'll finish his career in Buffalo and try to win a Stanley Cup in Buffalo. You keep Alex Tuch. Jordan Greenway, yes, we just signed him. But we could. There's a thing that could be a sign and trade. It's always possible. Somebody calls and says, hey, we want Greenway, you know? But no, there's a no trade clause, right? So I'm happy we re-signed Greenway. I'll just say it. I'm happy we re-signed him. If we traded him, I would say for what? I wouldn't be pissed off like Tage, Cousins, or Tuch, you know? So Greenway, he's pretty much a keeper. Ryan McLeod, I want to see stay in Buffalo. I don't want to move him. I like his speed, plain and simple. He's a hockey player, missing his teeth, keep him. Sam Lafferty, keep him. We're going to need veterans next year, keep him, he's cheap. He's already signed for next year, but we might get some phone calls on him. I would keep Sam Lafferty unless we are trying to be nice to him to give him a chance to win a Stanley Cup somewhere. Peyton Krebs, I'd move. I'd move now. Right about now, I'd move Peyton Krebs. He's never found his spot in Buffalo. He's had years to do it. This was the year I thought Krebs would take a step. He hasn't even come close. And people say, well, he's always playing on the low lines. Yeah, but so what? What's he got, like 4 or 5 goals, 4 goals? Come on. Krebs, I'd move. I would move. He doesn't look like he's going to amount to anything in his career except an average hockey player. Kind of like, what was his name that we had? He's on the Rangers now. I forget his name. My God. Remember he wouldn't sign in Buffalo, and then he signed on the Rangers, and then we got him, and now he's back on the Rangers again. I forget his name. And Peyton Krebs kind of reminds me of that player. It just, Beck Malenstein. I'm open. My offers are open. I'm open to it. Zach Benson. I'd be open to trading him. As much as you guys don't want to hear that, I'd be open to trading Zach Benson. Guys, I'm a big believer that the tiny guys can't get it done come playoff time. They just, most of the time, can't get it done. Okay? As much as he likes to win and he tries and everything, how good's he really going to be in the future? Really? Look, he's still a kid. But I'd be open to trading him. Just open to it. I wouldn't say try to get rid of him, but I'd be open to trading him if it's the right trade for the team. Because he has value, so we could get something back. Kulik, no, keep him. Keep him. I see more future in Kulik than I do Benson. I wouldn't have said that a few years ago, but right now, Kulik, you keep. Jack Quinn, you keep. You keep. And JJ Peterka, if we trade him, we're, again, out of our minds. This is another untradeable in my books. So the untradables for me are Thompson, Cousins, Tuck, and Peterka when it comes to the forwards. The rest of them, yes, they're tradable. But these 4, for me, no. You don't trade them, no matter what. No matter how bad the years went, you keep them. Let's go to the blue line. Rasmus Dahlin. The only reason I'm going to say yes, that contract. He's not living up to that contract, folks. He's just not. If we can get lucky that somebody would give us a boatload of players back and take that contract off our hands, I'd listen. I wouldn't say shop Dahlin around because I don't think they're going to. But he's not an $11 million hockey player. He's just not. Call me crazy, but I would listen. Because as far as I'm concerned, guys, I believe our most stacked area on this hockey team is our blue line. And it's the most underwhelming of any position on this team. Our blue line has failed time and time and time again. Owen Power. But Dahlin, I'm not saying trade him. What I'm saying is listen to offers. Just listen to offers. That's it. Okay? Because he can be traded. He could be traded. Owen Power. I like that he's big, but he just, the guy doesn't know how to hit, And if he was a little more mean like Dahlin is, I would be a little more inclined. Listen, I'm just going to say Dahlin, Power, Samuelson, Byram, Clifton, Yoki Haru. I'll go from the bottom up. Dennis Gilbert, does it really matter? He's unrestricted. If we get something, we get something. Jacob Bryson, I don't know why we even signed him, okay? Enough with the tiny guys on this team. Enough with it. Yoki Haru, I would move him. He just, in my opinion, he's not even a $3 million hockey player. He just isn't. And it's weird because I've seen him in person. And when I've went to see him here in Montreal, and he looks a lot smaller. I find Yoki Haru just doesn't look as tall as they got him listed. I like Connor Clifton because he has a mean side to him. I just do. It's kind of risk-free. He's older, $3 million. I'd say keep him. Byram's a guy I'd love to see them keep, to be honest, guys. I would be open-minded, okay, to Byram being the guy on the blue line on this team. I like his game. I just do. Samuelson is made of glass, folks. Owen Power, he's 22. You know, he's young. We don't know what we're sitting on. That's the problem. Dahlin has just, in my books, you can argue that Quinn over in Vancouver is better. And that shouldn't be. He was the runaway at first overall. He's bigger, stronger, meaner. I don't get it. I just don't. I'm disappointed in Dahlin this year. I know his numbers aren't terrible, but for $11 million, I don't know. So that's the one controversial one. I'd just be open-minded to listening to it. But the rest of the blue liners, I don't know. To me, they have failed big time this year. Goalies. Reimer, yeah, of course, I'd be open-minded to moving him. And Luukkonen, yeah. I honestly believe he's not the future of this team. I believe that all year, last year, and I will next year. Say that Devin Levi is the future of this hockey club, not UPL. UPL to me is an average, overrated goalie. He's an average goalie. That means goals against of over 3 and a save percentage of 900. It's just what I see when I see this guy nets. This year, what is his goals against this year? It's terrible. And people say, yeah, but you can't blame UPL. Did you see tonight? What did he let in? How many goals did he let in? 6 and 26 shots? Something like, I don't know, guys. And he's not good, I find, under pressure. That's the first thing I don't like about UPL. But you got people that will argue he's better than Levi. I just laugh it off because I know better. I doubt he'll ever. And if Levi comes into the league and he's not as good as this guy, we better get rid of Levi fast. Because that means we have no goaltending, as far as I'm concerned, if Levi doesn't break through. Because to me, he's going to break through. UPL wasn't even good in the AHL, guys. Go look at his numbers. He wasn't that good. Levi's been a stud. There's a difference. So that's my untouchable list. Nobody on defense is untouchable. If it was my choice, I'd say Byram's the untouchable of all the blue liners. Get him signed long-term. I like this guy. And there's a reason why he was a heavy plus in the plus-minus department in that Stanley Cup run for Colorado, this guy. You could see it. And if I'm going to be controversial, I'm going to throw Dahlin's name out there as a potential. He won't be traded, but in my books, as a potential trade. And I wouldn't have Dylan Cousins unless they give us something crazy. And it would have to be a team that folks knows what he is, not what some of our fans think he is, which is no good, and they're dead wrong. They're dead wrong about Dylan Cousins. You keep a guy like that. That's a champion waiting to happen. I don't care the year he had. I don't care if he gets another goal this year. But he has 1 goal in his last 15 games or something, and he had 1 in his first 13. There's his season right there. But this guy's dealing with constant rumors about being traded. He's holding the stick tight night after night after night because he's younger and he's feeling the pressure of not producing enough. So I'll leave it there, guys. It's good to see you. I know it's been a while. So I wanted to make a video before the deadline finishes tomorrow. What do I think we're going to do? Nothing. That's what Adam's always... Nothing. Probably nothing, guys. A stupid trade. We'll trade Yoki Haru for a second-round pick or something. That'll be it. I just don't think the Sabres are going to go postal on the league tomorrow and throw out a ton of players and make a ton of deals. Because Adams always tries, which I like, one thing I like about Adams. He doesn't like to get ripped off, but I don't know. I just, it's going to be guys that are unrestricted, and if we can't extend Byram, we probably already know he's not going to extend, and we'll probably move him out tomorrow. The one guy I don't want to see moved out on the blue line will probably get moved tomorrow because he won't extend. They're not about to announce Byram won't extend in Buffalo. We'll just know that he wouldn't if he gets moved out tomorrow. If he doesn't get moved out tomorrow, that means talks behind the scenes are looking good and sounding good. But, the dumbest thing we can do is get nothing for him, and he doesn't sign. It just walks. Briere and Jury did that, but it was different because we were chasing a Stanley Cup still. We're not chasing a cup right now, guys. We're just chasing our self-respect at this point. That doesn't even look like it's there this year. It's been a frustrating season. As you can tell, the amount of videos I've done, my heart's just not into this year. It's really that bad for me. It's that bad. All right, guys, done for this one. And I'm sorry it's a little long, but I want to toss a video out there. This is just my thoughts going into tomorrow. I'll talk to you guys soon.